Hello everybody, it's Trurster here, and today I've got a domination match for you on Yemen. This is a pretty nice gameplay. I get 2 lodestars in 1 life, which is reasonably nice, and I'm using Scorpion Evo, a gun I don't really see used, or I don't use even that much, and that's because it's got high rate of fire, it's unlocked reasonably late. So I just don't seem to pick it up that often, and I don't see it thrown around that much, even though it is presumably quite good, just based on its rate of fire. I don't particularly like it, but I still have to use it quite a lot. But anyway, today I wanted to discuss with you about what you think about the question, is camping dead in Black Ops 2? And that's because, let's dial it back a little bit to Modern Warfare 3 and Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer. They were against camping, as most game developers are, but what they did, they tried to discourage it. And the way they did this is they made the maps in such a way that there was very few power points, so people would in theory be forced to run about. But as you guys know from my free-for-all camping spots, there were camping spots, and so discouraging camping didn't really work. So I like the angle the Treyarch have on Black Ops 2, and the fact that instead of discouraging camping, they encourage rushing and objective play. So already, I think that ideology is probably a better one to have, and for the most part, it seems to be working out. I seem to notice quite a lot of people playing objective. However, I want to know what you guys think, so comment down below in the comment section whether or not you think camping is dead or not. Maybe give a reason, maybe not. So I'm going to give you a bit of time to think about that while I talk a bit of the gameplay. Here you can see me capturing the B flag for I believe the 2nd time in the game, and in other games that would just be unheard of. You know, you would not even, well, you might cap a flag, the home flag, but you definitely wouldn't cap one of the biggest, highest traffic flags in the game, or in the map even, just while on a huge kill streak. That was just unheard of, but it's actually worthwhile in this game. Alright, now that you guys have had time to comment, I'm going to tell you about my opinion on whether camping is dead. And first of all, I'd like to say that camping will never be dead. In any game you could camp, it's just a matter of how worthwhile is it. And that's the thing. I mean, basically in other games camping was useful for getting high score streaks because you wouldn't die in a big kill streak, and you'd be able to build up your streaks, and score streaks and kill streaks were powerful enough that it was really worthwhile, and you could just pretty much win every match just by doing that. And in this game they've made it not worthwhile, and so I think that for a majority of players they won't want to do it anymore. And the only reason to camp in this game is to get kills. That's the straight thing. I mean, you might not. It's literally just to get kills, not even with score streaks. And even then, playing the objective might end up getting you more kills because of the amount of kill streaks that you do get from it. So that's one thing to think about. However, if you do want to, because I think in this game the lack of footsteps really does hinder consistency a lot. I'm finding myself that one game I can go 65 to 1, and I would share that with you, but Theatre Mode didn't save it, so FML. But one game I can do that, and then like 2 hours later I can be struggling to go double positive, and it's always been like that. But I noticed a huge differing consistency between other games and this game. And I think camping helps to be more consistent in that way. So in that way I can see it'd be useful if people want to just get their KD up for some reason, rather than rank up, because it's not good for ranking up, let's be honest. It used to be good for ranking up, but not anymore. It's literally just for if you want to get a low amount of deaths, high amount of kills. So I think less people will camp, but it will still be viable for a certain niche part of people that want to get their KD up. And of course you will get people who are sitting on a domination flag who will be getting a good amount of score streaks from it, just because of the amount of people that will jump on the flag and they can kill them from an advantage. But there's not a huge amount of positions that I can think off the top of my head that would be well, obviously there is some positions that are good for overlooking flags, but waiting is probably not as worthwhile as you might think. However, I haven't really tried it because I don't have the patience. Okay, so I think I should do a little sum up. So basically, I think people that will camp will be people wanting to get their KD up, people that are max level and don't really need the points for it, or if they want to protect a flag. And also, I forgot to mention people with bad, not bad internet, but just maybe they have a problem with lag compensation and it always screws them over and they just want that, and the people that just want extra bit of consistency, like Jacob, for example, one of my friends. Shout out to him, I guess. Alright guys, thanks for watching. 55-3, 4 captures, 7 defense, and also I've got a little bit of a problem with Fraps. If you want to stick around, this is the end of the video, but I've got a little bit of a problem I need to share right now. Okay, so I couldn't really find a clip of this happening because for some reason it only happens one day and then the other day it's fine. So I've recreated it with an effect in Vegas, and I don't know if you saw that there, but that's what it is. It's like you start running and then it'll play like back, it'll like be really laggy and play back a bit that happened earlier. And I've tried this with Fraps on the same day and then with DX Tori on the same day, and they both do the same thing, which leads me to believe it's actually maybe something to do with Sony Vegas. And I'm recording it in AVI, and I've followed like a load of tutorials on the settings, and just one day it'll work, the other day it doesn't, and I don't know what to do, and it means I miss video days and just days that I can upload, and it kind of sucks. So if any of you have any experience with this, do drop a comment as well, and I'll see you all later.